one with some mixed feelings. One thing I've always been good at doing is making things happen quickly when it comes to the world of working. So as it stands, I have a full-time job, but I'm able to squeeze like 38 to 40 hours. Sometimes they'll give more into one of the jobs. The other, which is not really like a technical job in the practical sense, where I go to a friend's store and I sell a bunch of used goods. Nostalgia is a hot market. It's a very funny thing. In a world of the future, we're all so eager to capture nostalgia. There's a huge market for nostalgia. So the things that I'm able to sell, when I do sell them, goes pretty well. Like Super Nintendo games, I have one that's worth $500. I have quite a few that are worth a few hundred there. The huge comic book collection, a lot of them, if I'm going to continue to be practical for income's sake. Hey Saffron, what's shaking? I just got another job interview, even though I'm holding down like one full-time and a second part-time-ish job where I just go to a buddy's store, his own store, and I sell stuff. What's up, Twisted? Durka, bro. Don't get me started on that word, man. I saw that idiot recently. I'm not subscribed to him. Oh, there's the eyes. So, as I was saying, so I have the full-time, and I got the part-time gig where I just go to my buddy's store or simply try to sell from my home. And I just nailed an interview with another place that I'm going to leave anonymous, and they have overnights available. I have not been able to sleep very well, with the exception of last night. But let's see how I could actually maneuver holding down two jobs and maximize the hours, or if I can somewhat meet in the middle. Hey Shamrock, good to see ya. Just got English respect. I don't know what to say to that. I am technically Latino, okay? Colombian, Jewish-esque, never by practice. So just call me a Jubian. I don't care if you like it or not. That's what I'm gonna go by. So, I hope I don't regret it, because chances are I'm gonna get the job. I spoke to the employees when I couldn't sleep. I go to this place. It's open 24 hours. The starting pay is pretty damn good. And if I agree to do the 11 Wolves versus, I don't know if you're throwing me off, or I don't know what 11 Wolves is, man. I'm sorry. The overnights, they will give you a bonus like $2 extra an hour, so that would be very, very good. But I have a little fear because I've tried overnights in the past, and there was one where I'm not very proud of how I handled it, but I had a bit of a breakdown when I worked for PetSmart way back when. I'd go in at 3 o'clock in the morning and stay till noon, and I'd just have to unpack trucks. And I don't know if you guys know how much pet food exists, but it seemed like an impossible, never-ending task to fill everything. And there's heavy boxes of cat litter. Oh my god, it feels like my heart is... I don't know, man, I'm getting up there in age. So in the spirit of my ranting mania, I think there's some YouTube crap I wanted to talk about. And let's see. Oh, what's up? Hi, Jessa. I don't want to talk about the new job. I've learned. It's a stock/retail, mostly probably stock job, but I don't know. I told them that my availability is open and that I'm willing to do overnights, and she said, okay, Wednesday, 9 in the morning, come in and we'll talk. That being said, okay, so YouTube stuff. Damn, I hate, screw it. Let's get the depreciation out of the way here. Mr. famous 3 million subscriber guy, Mr. Upchurch, started talking again about another true crime thing where he keeps on putting people on the radar who they're just people with YouTube channels, and he's still connecting the dots. I thought that he got a summons. I thought he has a court case, and he's still talking about that poor Rodney family. You can't find too much. You can just, I know, Saffron, I know, but he brought it up again. Like, when, let's say, like, we can't have a double standard, right? I get on this, I hit the live button, I talk about everything, and I don't stay in one lane. Would it be fair or unfair of me if I said somebody with a larger platform with people ready to do his bidding, does he have any different freedom than I do? I would hope that maybe more responsibility would come, that a lot of forethought would be happening before he went and just started throwing names out there and connecting these dots. And then we all know how the crack squad / there's good people in Creek Squad. I hope they'll turn that into a reason to call him a weapon without ever admitting it, and they're gonna go and attack these YouTubers that he keeps putting in the middle of these cases. What was the case? It's in Nashville. The news gave as much evidence. I'm sure the police keep things from the public, but there's a video on the news of the victim who, it was a tragic event. He drank way too much. The man went to 3 different bars. He just got tanked at each one, and the third one or fourth one turned him away. We have video evidence of him walking into a pole and a sign. I don't know how in his head this equals and turns into body or human trafficking, and it's the same YouTubers that he has already probably ruined their lives. I played a small part in one of them. The American Dream Chaser. People are still talking about that man. I don't know him from Adam, right? But everybody has written him off as a monster, and nobody has any evidence. He's just creepy. Everybody can look creepy. I can be a creepy guy. Does that mean it's okay to tell, like, almost just a large portion of the population that somebody's responsible for a crime? So because he can't find certain links, and he hasn't found enough evidence to satisfy himself before the boy's body is even cold. I don't know, was he 19? Was he 21? I just know that he fell in a river in Nashville, and his main thing is that there weren't any cameras in the world of everybody having a camera phone. For one, we have the evidence of him walking through Broadway Street, and for whatever reason, because nobody specifically targeted him with their camera phone, now he's attached to the Rodney case. And Captain Kurt, I saw he's the pinned comment. He's like, yeah, did you know that SF is donating to this and that? I don't know, this is the one area I'm not subscribed to these channels, but when I hear about it, turn the volume up. It's gonna have to be okay. It's gonna have to do. I got my fan on in the background. I don't know, man. I just think talking about it is a worthy thing, because accountability should be something that everybody, like, when you go to his comments, unlike the one video he made where he attacked some guy, another guy with a successful YouTube channel, because he was talking about a different country star or rapper. And my comment was, why do you always provoke and go after people? And then shortly after, an album will drop. And now, isn't he going to court? I heard there was like a... Thanks, Saffron. I don't think we really gained anything from Homeboy, but it is what it is. Volume should be fine. Everything's functioning. I've stopped bothering. Hey, Jot, have you looked into that recent Nashville case? The one that Ryan Upchurch talked about. Do you have any opinions? Because to me it looked like another case of a very drunk young person doing something that ended up being tragic, and he fell into the river. Apparently, this area has a history of intoxicated people falling into this part of the river. And now it's just going to be another case. It's going to be the Rodney 2.0. I wish the powers that be would step up a little bit. There's nothing that's going to deter him. Everybody's got their free speech, but where's the blowback? Where's not the blowback? I'm not calling for negativity, but where are the people in his circle that don't want to believe in every single conspiracy, that don't see the invisible dots everywhere? It's okay to not yes man an individual that you hold in a high regard. I know a lot of his fans. I know a lot of you that have subscribed to this channel. You would sell your soul to him as far as I'm concerned. But, I mean, there's got to be... I know there's a lot of rational people, which is why I go to PBR's channel, no matter what anybody says about him, no matter what they say. It's funny, the people that don't like him call the people that watch his channel cult members, when the same people that call any of us that watch PBR's channel, which is a critique. It started as a critique, and then he got harassed for 2 freaking years. And when I say harassed, I don't mean just internet trolling. I mean mailing packages to his home and calling his family, calling his previous employers and recording it. And he's retained legal help, and I think he has every absolute right to do that. My God, it was Uncle Will was I think one of the first that called him a PDF, and just used his real name and tarnished it as much as he possibly could in the dirt. What's up, BSR? I wish that he has so much potential to do a lot of positive. Perhaps maybe his time is not past. He's still got a lot of possibility to I don't know, blow up independently. But it seems like when he looks at the playing field of other independent artists, while he's helped some smaller ones, the second that they go on their own and become the literal interpretation of being an independent artist and then getting successful, he starts to attack them. He turns on them if they make their own moves. Ryan Upchurch, man, if you really want to embody the support, the positivity of the independent artist in music especially, why not, give them some props for what they've accomplished? Or does Ryan Upchurch expect, with every breath, a acknowledgement that he was at some point involved in the person's life? And then going after Tom McDonald, which we yelled did no results, and then he walked it back and said it was a troll. I don't know, and I'm glad I'm as disconnected as I am, because I know there's so many strange things happening with I don't know, with Gobble. They're trying. I don't know. They're saying so much that they're trying to take his kids away. Anytime that man has tried to come up in any which way, people have called the authorities in his area. They've built up false narratives, and just it's all the attacking in the channels. This is why I stopped engaging, but I'm guilty. When I hear about something, I will manually search it, and I'll see it, and I'll be like, this is the part of the human condition that never seems to change. Can't people see the damage that it does? Can't we have a little empathy for... I don't know if you can understand what it's like. Think of school bullying. If you can remember at any point, if you ever felt isolated or made to be the butt of the jokes by a larger group than your own, and you multiply that by social media standards, isn't there empathy in some people's hearts? Holy crap, Sue. What's up, Sue? It's good to see you here instead of Facebook. Yes, always do research. We are in the age of, we can't trust the mainstream. We know that. I mention that almost with every opportunity. I'd like to fool myself into thinking that we are gaining more control of any narrative, of the truth, but that's just not the case. We're in a very chaotic moment and time, and I don't see any change of the chaos, because nobody is using any form of responsibility, me included. And I guess people have to just learn on their own. But when you have all these groups, large groups that are congregated together, and echo chambers, nothing changes. Like the same 200 names are still in every chat when it comes to these conspiracies, and it leads to hurting real people, the victims, the family of the victims. Like, can't somebody empathize? Can't somebody with the balls actually stand up to the big kahuna, Mr. Upchurch, and say, hey man, you have a mighty wonderful large platform, maybe use it for more good. Maybe in his own mind he's doing all that free thinking, and that's a great thing. We need independent, strong thinkers, but the way he utilizes it, and when he name drops, they become targets, and it doesn't seem to stop. I've lost track of how many YouTube channels solely now exist because of the Kylie Rodney case. So that family, I don't think will ever truly have any peace. I'm very eager to know what's going to become of the court case between the Rodneys and the Upchurch family. He said she wasn't real, said the family was all faking, all to fraud GoFundMe. I mean, sure, it's happened, but we have examples where people have been caught. And I don't know. In other news, let me keep on segueing because I have to go to the full-time job pretty soon. I got a 4 to 1 a.m. shift today. What's going on in the political sphere right now? I think we're all exhausted. I'm hearing two narratives from the DNC, from the left. And I'm happy to say, by the way, on my next live stream next week, we're going to see my buddy Joe or Tony, whoever is available first. I want to have a nice talk with Joe because I have done research. So I'm going to make it clear. I'm still a Trump supporter. But the Project 2025 thing, the more I read about it, the more I'm scared. Somebody sent me, thank you, you're in the chat right now, and thank you for sending me the video link you did, very aptly titled, Why African Americans Are Scared of Project 2025, but it gives some much needed insight. Do we like things as they are? Look at the people that are appointed right now. Mayorkas, the one who completely botched the border. The FBI has gone against the people, has suppressed the truth whenever it wanted to rear its head. And didn't we just get new information from Epstein? I did watch some clips regarding the Epstein case. That case could have been caught and stopped so much earlier. There was one detective he talked to every single girl. The one that I watched, she was 17. Before that, there was a 14-year-old, 16-year-old. Of course, their identities are protected. But it's so obvious they had enough information to make the case for human trafficking and inappropriate conduct activity with minors. It's beyond me how it was able to get. No, is it really? We're talking about the elite. They don't play by the same rules. They wanna break the law. They're gonna break the law, and it's gonna take hell and high water to make anything stand to accountability. To see any actual justice this day and age is just a pipe dream. It is a Hunter Biden pipe dream. When I mentioned the Democrats earlier, I'm getting confused because I'm hearing the narrative of Joe Biden is gonna do great. He's gonna, holy crap, is that AD? Hello, AD. Is he gonna stay in the race? Even though I think that debate showed us everything we needed to see. That he should not be there, period. It's frightening that he is. It's scared we the people. I can't understand the people that say, no, that was perfectly fine and normal. He had to be escorted off the stage very slowly by his wife. Okay. I don't care if Trump, Trump said some dumb shit, man. They had an argument about a hole-in-one, about carrying their golf material. I mean, that was a shit show. But the Democratic base is torn between replacing him late in the game. Who would that be? Who could get slipped in right now and stand a chance against Trump? I don't want to be a Trump supporter for the sake of just being one. But when it comes to, and I hate to say it, I would rather, remember, I wanted Bernie Sanders when I first started getting politically active. I saw a lot of heart in Bernie Sanders. I saw someone who really cared I don't think I see the same kind of care, but he does care about doing a good job. I think that's pretty good. Trump's name mentioned all through those documents doesn't bother. Are referring to Epstein. He was mentioned on. Well, I hear. Okay, I haven't heard confirmation that he was mentioned on any of the flight logs, but I know they were friends. Their friendship was for a couple years now. I don't think you want to be on the video. Sorry. I'll come talk to you. Pardon me, guys. I'm respecting the privacy of everybody near me. Okay. They had a friendship, and to what I know, that there was a falling out. It still doesn't sit well with me that he wished Ghislaine well. That will never stand good with me. But he did end the friendship. There, to my knowledge, he said, like, we're done. You can't stay here anymore. And they went their separate ways. We've seen pictures of them together, but we don't have information of him being on the island, to my knowledge. Memos in the last court docs. Okay. They yeah, of course, Bernie was absolutely screwed and replaced by the DNC, the very party. Oh, there goes the thunder. And the DNC, that was an inside job, man. You know, Bernie got screwed, and now he's just a shill, a puppet. And, you know, it hurt my heart quite a bit. I've mentioned this before, but people's memories are short. During the concession speech, for whatever reason, years and years ago, I was drinking because I was nervous, but I thought his concession speech was him saying he won. And I started crying with complete joy. And then it started to dawn on me with my friend next to me. He's like, no. He's conceding. And my crying of joy turned into utter disappointment. And now I just don't want a empty-headed, you know, ball-sacked, brained old man, respectively, that can't formulate a sentence. I watched the comparison of Biden 4 years ago to today. It's like a different man. Just get him out of office. Put somebody else. I don't care if it's not even fair. We just need at least two competent-esque people there. When it comes to Trump, and okay, you read all the docs. I haven't read all the docs just yet. He was on the flight logs to the island. Okay, look, hey, I came here incomplete because what I want to do is everything I've learned about Project 2025 and present a video that was sent to me, and thank you for doing that, with Joe, the champion of the people. Joe, a lot of you took to my buddy Joe from way back when. He's very excited. He had a great time. There's a lot I want to share about Joe and his plans for the future. That's for him to do. Tony is just too much like me, a rambler, angry, and I just want to find a better topic for Tony and I to discuss. And of course, you know, Josh is, there you go, Sue, Rob, y'all can have it out. Ended the relationship over property deal, nothing else. I don't know. I mean, how do you know all those details? Was there recordings or transcripts that we saw the nature of their conversations, the way it was presented to me? And I know you don't appreciate whatever sources that I find. Was that he just came to a point where he's like, you know, I cannot be affiliated with you anymore. But I am willing to stand corrected. Rob, you know my email, man. I'm not making excuses, buddy. I'm not. Send me emails. Send me links. You know a lot of my information. progressivepatriot44@gmail.com. That's where everybody sends me stuff that they want me to see. If you want to help change the insight I have, please feel free to send it to me. The stuff that came out recently, I only saw 2 videos about the Epstein stuff. And I haven't had time to do much more between my terrible sleeping habits and, you know, work, which I have to go to now. So, Sue, I'm glad to see you over here. Okay, back to the Google streets. Well, I've read a lot of the Project 2025. It doesn't sit well with me that we're going to rely on the people already in a position of strong political power being the ones being the appointees of people who who get the job. But then when I tell myself, if we vote for these people and put them in place, isn't that what we are kind of asking for? Because as it stands right now, where everybody is and the people that are there and how they execute the job, I haven't seen anybody acting in the real interest of the people. So I don't know, but it has Project 2025, which I finally got to hear for myself outside of here, has made me nervous about Trump, period. But as it stands, as a voter, and with the two options we have, it's still Trump, and there's still time to learn, and that's all I can say. Just doing the best I can with the time that I have. I do have to go, especially before it comes down. Good old Florida, man. It can go from sunny to literally dark over the span of a minute, and start hailing rain that just knocks you unconscious. So I'm going to go drive safely. Project 2025, why would we be a country with one-sided thinking? We are free thinkers. Okay, I have to agree with your statement entirely. I don't like that we would be conceding. We would be literally handing over everything to the conservatism. And I am not a conservative. I just like Trump. And I like a lot of the people in the public hearings, like Haley and Kennedy. I like when they school a lot of these Democrats that come out. I don't find too many Democrats that I find representing, the ideals that I used to have as a progressive. I just don't. I truly am looking, but there's not too many names I could find. Feel free to make some recommendations. But look, this is not popular. I know people hate hearing this out loud. I was not celebrating when Roe v. Wade was overturned, but it had to be explained to me very clearly that is returning it to the people. But that's a great cost. I am not down with these extremely late-term abortions, like after the baby is born stuff. But that's very, very, that's an extreme example. So, I don't know, man. I think I embody the confusion of the country pretty well. I can't ask for forgiveness if I can't get caught up on everything, but trust me, doing what I can. Alright, so you know me, I like to edge before I say goodbye, but with that I'll just take a page out of Moist Critical's book and just say, hey, see ya, and thanks for coming by. Yeah, I know, Roe v. Wade, states' rights. I've always been the proponent of it's the woman's right, it's the woman's right, it's the woman's right. That may sound shitty, it may sound biased and one-sided. It's not just how I've always thought when I grew up, but it's how I've felt. I don't know. Okay. Goodbye. I have to go, guys. Take care. White Dragon, it's good to see you. I am confused, and we're fighting one another.